and that is a great trade if you're a Zerg player. If you can two-shot a bunch of Hydras with a couple Banelings, you put yourself in a lot better position. At least this Baneling nest is still barely hanging on. The layer is down like a third of its life, and both players massing forces. Looks like the Zergling's going to be... Oh, these Hydras going to be caught out of position. Leo moving out, and looks like DeadZone going to be moving his units back. More Speedlings, more Hydras. Still no expansion for DeadZone. He enjoys the advantage, but is low on Vespene. He needs the extra gas to keep up Hydra production. And I'm not sure why DeadZone, or why Leo hasn't brought his queen out to kill this here Overlord. Looks like more Banelings and now Hydra on the field for DeadZone, still working exclusively on Speedling Baneling. And not a lot going on, just more Speedlings, a few Hydras. Looks like Mutas are on the field, going to take out some supply, but now we have... Oh, beautiful work. Now, if Leo... Oh, a snipe and a manual detonation or a target fire. Ooh. I think Leo... Never mind. DeadZone will have this, but he had his heavy hitters taken out of the game. Looks like these Mutas gonna bypass the Overlords, and I think you can do a lot of damage if you went for the Overlords. They are 100 minerals a piece, and it significantly delays your opponent. We do have 2 queens on the field. This will be enough to kill all these hit points, or all these... 1 hit point on the... What? On the queen. Wow. Looks like he ran all those Zerglings in to snipe the queen, and wasn't very successful. Spore Crawler going down for DeadZone. And do we have a Larva Spit out? Still no expansion. I'm wondering what the point of this is. More Banelings now for DeadZone. Unfortunately, Leo is in full view of the Overlord. Not going to be able to secret any tech or anything, as he doesn't have much anti-air. He has 1 Muta flying across the map at some point. I thought I saw it live. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it went to go lick its wounds, I'm sure. More Banelings, and a Hydra. This lone Hydra. He's like, yo, what's up? 2 more on the way, but they'll arrive sometime next year. More Speedlings, and that Spore Crawler will do nicely. You could get missile attacks or melee attacks. That affects the Banelings. To answer my earlier question to myself, I'm not sure... 80 damage. So, for future reference, run 10 Banelings into your opponent's Baneling nest, and guess what? Oh, queen going down. DeadZone's Banelings, oh, suiciding itself, and it looks like, oh yes, that Zergling did well. Now 3 Hydras and 2 Zerglings going to be moving and sniping Overlords. Maybe, no, he's just going to bypass that entirely. Maybe take out the spawning pool and think he wins the game, and I think at this point, not a lot of production, just Zerglings. Oh, rally point death as the Zerglings do protect the Overlord just barely, but leave the rest to fend for themselves. Looks like they're not going to do anything. They're taking a lunch break. As the drones come out to defend against the Hydras, I'm not sure what the Speedlings were doing, but it wasn't helping for the common defense, I can tell you that. 2 queens now on the way for Leo. I don't think he realized he hit it twice, but more Speedlings, and look at them kind of just do the thriller dance all around. And if you didn't know, you can do that, and it looks like he's going to get a better propagate around there. DeadZone should take the right moves and continue on. But all of the Zerglings now down for Leo, and he is dwindling on minerals. His queen needs to come in and actually do something. Unfortunately, it takes a long time for the queen to kill. And it looks like the queen is not too keen on engaging. More drones coming out, and still no expansion. 2 creep tumors not being used, but they're just kind of sitting there, making kind of like a Christmassy fruitcake platter of some sort. But the lair has been done for a while. No Hydra range upgrade, no Baneling speed upgrade. At least you got the Speedlings on the field. That helps immensely. But Leo forced into making just Zerglings and rebuilding his economy. He is down only 2 drones. Now DeadZone finally taking his expansion, but he hasn't fully saturated his main. Typically you want 3 drones per mineral patch for a given... Oh, these Zerglings are going to die. as the Hydras are... Oh, man. If you could get both of those Zerglings, it would have been something else, but... Or both of those Banelings. Baneling Nest looks like it's going to get sniped. No, Leo not going to take it out. Instead, try to kill, but a nice transfusion. Hydra's going to go after the drones instead. And now he might realize that the Baneling Nest could go down. Leo not using these Zerglings to defend, and these Hydras are not going to be able to outrun the Zerglings, and I'm not sure why Leo's not engaging with those. He's opting to make more Banelings. The expansion for DeadZone is nearly up, and finally some movement on the creep tumor. So this is actually advantageous when you have an expansion to connect them. But when you're on one base, you kind of want the speed advantage to be nullified for both players. Now, DeadZone making more drones, but now that the mineral patches are running out, he should transfer here. And now that DeadZone has his second queen over on the second base, he can start injecting and having much more of an advantage army-wise. Speaking about the army, Leo actually has a larger one, and that's in part due to the Mutalisk that just popped out, which will be ineffective against Hydras, but there's only 2 of them, and they are hurt. So if he engages with this, he could be in a lot better position. Hopefully, DeadZone is not going to engage. Looks like he is, hoping Leo... No, he's not. There are more Speedlings on the way, but these Mutants could turn the tide. And Leo's not mined out quite yet. Only 2 Hydras. These Mutas can do wonders. And don't just take 2, take 3. Oh, the 1 Hydra. Don't attack the one that's nearly dead or alive fully. And no, don't worry about the Banelings. Just move everything back. Oh no, he's letting Speedlings in. All those Banelings manually detonating and taking out most of the Zerglings. These, oh no, the Hydra gonna be able to do some damage, but DeadZone forgetting about his units for a moment, gonna try and take out the spawning pool as Leo knee-jerks and makes 6 Zerglings. And he calls GG as he's nearly mined out. His economy is hurting, and that, my friends, is the end of Group H. DeadZone winning it 2-0. Corpse Pose, of course, advancing as well. Leo losing a couple close games. He had the advantage against DeadZone for a little bit. He didn't capitalize. He wasn't all that aggressive. He stayed within his base. I don't think he crossed this portion of the map at all. Except his Overlord, which unfortunately died at some point. But that is it for Group H. We will continue on with another group shortly.